Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Agar IO. And on this episode, I am here with,
Dark Dragon.
and this is another Community Day episode that we're having today. As you guys can see, Matthew is number one on the leaderboard right there, and he's actually right here next to me. I don't think he can see me because I am so small, but there's not much he can do. I'm too small to be able to eat any of his little bubbles. I am small enough to get out of the way. Look, oh my God. We got eaten by somebody right here in front of him. He just couldn't help us out. He was probably running away from somebody who was trying to eat him. But yeah, he's number two on the leaderboard right now. We've been doing fairly well. I think he's been doing probably a little bit better than we are, don't you think?
He's definitely doing better than me.
Yeah, because you actually got booted out here a minute ago. That really sucks.
Yeah.
Because we're
It
gonna,
happens once in a while, though.
yeah, we're gonna have to figure something out on that one. Because when you get booted out, the server is already filled, so you can't get back in unless, I mean, you can keep trying, and if somebody leaves, you might be able to get back in their place. But yeah, when we start doing this on a larger scale, where a lot more of you guys keep showing up, I don't think we're going to be able to get all of you in, because it doesn't just give us a brand new server and then I could send that out, and so like the first 20 or 30 people would be able to get in. It gives us one that's already running that may have, 4 or 5 slots available. It's not really going to be enough. So I have heard there's some mods out there for this. I figure we'll probably try them out and see, if there is a server that we can make ourselves so that you guys can join us, for any of you who want to. But this is why we do, a little bit of testing here and there and try to work out the kinks of the system so that when we do it on a bigger scale, all of you guys can join.
Yeah. Even though I don't think all of them will be able to. If you get enough people, there's more than the server can hold.
That's true. I mean, like I said, even at max, I think it's only able to hold like 30 or 40 people on one level. So we'll have to figure something out there. Maybe people can, again, it just depends on the mod. Maybe people can be put on like a waiting list, and every 20 minutes or something like that, somebody's rotated in, or every time somebody dies, you're rotated in. And so at some point, people who are really, really good will be able to stay on for longer periods, whereas people who kind of suck like me may be sitting in the waiting room for quite a long time waiting for their turn, which may not be a good way either. So we'll have to figure something out. And if you guys have suggestions, or if you know of mods out there that do that, definitely leave that down in the details, and I'll check them out as soon as I can. So are you on another server, or are you still trying to get back in?
No, I'm still flipping, but my God, you should see some of these people.
The names?
No, just the size of these people. They're bigger than my entire monitor.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can zoom out a little bit with the scroll wheel, or you can zoom in with it, but I try to keep it about 75% zoomed out. I mean, you don't want to go too much, otherwise actually there's really no reason not to go too big, but if you zoom out too much and your computer has a hard time running this, you may get a little bit more lag because of it. And I tend to want to see a little bit closer in so I can tell just how close the guy who's trying to eat me is on my guy, or how close I'm about to eat him. Yeah, you can see that a little bit better when you zoom in, so you can kind of play around with it.
Yeah, but I would advise scrolling out because then you can see people farther away.
Yeah. And as you get bigger, it automatically does it for you anyway, so.
Well, if you're scrolled at 75%, as you get bigger, it'll stay at that 75%.
No, I mean, once I get really big, I've tried it before, I can't scroll out anymore
Well,
because,
yeah, there's a limit.
yeah. And so it slowly zooms you out, and you can learn to play at that speed. But yeah, I would definitely suggest just kind of moving it around and finding what's comfortable for you. Oh, crap. No, get away. Oh, he's so gonna eat me. This guy's so gonna eat me. Oh, okay, I'm breaking away. Going a little bit fast. Oh, you little suckwad.
He split, didn't he?
No, he merged with his two pieces and then he split. So
Ah,
I was safe there for a while. I didn't think he was merging, and he got
oh
lucky on that one.
dear God.
What?
This guy's like the entire map.
Yeah, you get people like that that are that good, or they got
No,
really
I'm
lucky.
I'm, because I'm still flipping to try to see it, and he's covering like half of my screen diagonally, and he's so big I can't even see a curve in the line.
Wow. So yeah, he is like half the map. I told you that's how big they could
Holy
get.
crap!
And that's somebody who's probably been playing for a good 3 or 4 hours, on one little server. Like Matthew here, he's been number 1 for a while now. Well, not anymore. He's number 3. Can we get around over here? Wow, Jonah and Matthew are doing fairly well together. Jonah's number 1 and Matthew's number 2. Oh yeah, look at this. Look how friggin' huge they are, guys. I can't find where one ends and the other one begins. This is friggin' nuts. Okay, here we go. Oh, he ate me. I don't think Jonah remembered me from last time. He probably thought that was a trap, and he just completely ate me right there.
Okay.
Wow. I was telling our friend here that what do you want me to call you again? It was Dark Dragon or just Dragon?
Dragon for short.
Okay. So Dragon, I didn't want to use his real name, guys, so I was just checking to make sure. He was letting me know that, when you're on this game, you can't really trust the people that you're allied with sometimes. Sometimes they will eat you. You've had that problem happen to you a couple times?
Yeah. Earlier I was sitting there splitting and feeding Matthew, and then he was splitting and feeding me back and forth, and then once in a while they'll just say, okay, I'm done feeding you back, and just eat you.
Right. And it's not the same with Matthew because he's actually one of the viewers, so he's definitely helping us out. But when you find a friend on here, because you don't have a chat bar, so when you find somebody, it's basically like I shot something at you and you didn't eat me, and we hang around with each other for a little while, helping each other out. It's like a tenuous ally. You don't know if he'll get bored or get very careless and just snatch you up. So you got to be very, very careful.
Yeah, some people will do it because when you're partnering with somebody, you can get bigger than you can solo.
Yeah.
So they'll partner with you till they get big enough where they feel, oh, I don't need his partnership anymore, and then they'll just dissolve it.
Without any word. And then once they kill you, they usually die immediately right afterwards because there's always a bigger fishy in the sea. And, it's that partnership that keeps you alive and keeps you going. So, yeah, I think it's worth it for you if you can find somebody like that. It's hard enough to find somebody who won't just eat you outright. So when you do find a partnership, you kind of want to hang on to it. But, some people like to go at it alone, and I'm sure some of you watching are like, oh, I can get number 1 all the time, all by myself. I don't need other people to do that for me. For me, because I suck, I kind of do. Because I can't even tell you how bad I am at this game. You guys can see it for yourself. Now, if you watch some of my other games that I do, I'm actually pretty good. There's some type of genres out there that I'm better at than others, and this is just one of those ones that I'm kind of lacking in skill.
Yeah, you're really good at the games until they start.
That's true. I'm good at the end too. Where the credits are on. I can just sit back like a pro. But no, I mean, with EverQuest, I've gotten really good at, and TerraTech. I don't know if anybody's really good at that game. It's just fun to play,
Yeah, well, TerraTech, I love that game, and I hope you keep doing a series on that.
Oh, I'm not stopping that anytime soon. That one's really fun.
But that game is mainly what can I build.
It is, and then it's like, what can I
beast can I build today?
And then go out and like see what it can do. Like you have that aspect too. So. Yeah, it's friggin' or you also have the exploring, like what can I find today? Because
how big is that planet?
The planet, from what I'm told, is infinite. Like it doesn't have a size to it. It's like Minecraft, how it will continually generate more and more of it as you go out further and further. Wow. So yeah, it's gonna be one of those things. Like right now, I'm having the issue with that one where it's lagging quite a bit, and I think it's lagging quite a bit because of just the sheer number of blocks that I have on the map at any one given time.
Oh, I wanted to mention that about that. Once you get to the point where you're using the big yellow wheels, stop using those gray blocks, use the yellow ones. because that one yellow block is like 8 gray ones.
That's true.
It'll lower the amount of things that your computer has to keep track of.
That's true. I wish it would be easier to do that. When I design my bot, you have to put one of those cabs in the middle, and so
Yeah.
it was just uneven. So I had to put little gray blocks into the center to kind of give it a little bit of filler. And
Well,
so
do what the computer does. Have more than one of those blocks.
yeah, I could have 4 of them, or I could go with like 60 of them or something like that, which would be, I guess that would be a good idea. I mean, the more of those you have, the better off you are.
Yeah, but on some other streamers that I've watched, they're already bumping into computers where they'll have 2, 3, and 4 of the control blocks.
Yeah, and that's annoying. I hate that because by the time you destroy all 4, you pretty much destroyed everything the bot has.
Exactly.
And it's really rough to do that. I wanted to find the giant geocore cabs on this one, but the only way to get those is to quite literally find them at discover points. You're never going to be able to get those off of the bots because you have to destroy that. My butt smells just fed me. He went right by me, and then he saw me, and he was like, "Oh, you know what?" And then he came in from like the back of me. So that's perfect. My butt smells came in from behind. And I can't find Matthew for the life of me, man. I've been looking all over the place. He's number 1 on the map, and yet I can't find him. It's amazing how when you don't want to find the number 1 on the map, he's everywhere. And then when you want to find the guy, you're just like on the opposite side. I'm guessing because I'm next to all these small guys that the number 1 guy is probably nowhere near me. There we go. Adam. No, we're going to leave that guy or add in. Let's see. No, these guys. There's Omar. What is Omar? Omar's number 2. Ooh, Matthew got knocked down to number 8, but Jonah went up to number 1. He's working with Jonah, so.
Matthew got knocked down finally?
Well, kind of. He's working with Jonah, and Jonah's number 1. So I'm guessing he fed Jonah. And now Matthew's going back up. Yeah, he's number 3. Yeah, that's one thing right there you got to watch out for when their names drop dramatically, but the other guys' names go through the roof. But yeah, Terratech, I'm greatly enjoying. Oh, Jonah ate me again.
Oh, so there was a YouTuber that I was watching. He did 8 videos in a row, half an hour each, of just going north.
I've done that a couple of times. Like I think at the max I've done is like 3 though.
And it's just like, when is it gonna loop back around?
It does it. It does it, man. Like you'll keep going forever. I wish they would put a size to the map. That way you could set up a little outpost, and eventually, if you set off in one direction, you'd meet the rest of it, and it would feel like you're mining the whole planet. But I don't know if they ever do multiplayer. That's gonna be huge. That's like Minecraft, where the server requirements are gonna be so large on the RAM and processing, because it's just infinite.
Yeah, you can't, because especially since basically everybody's going to be landing in the same spot.
That's not true. I mean, they could land you everywhere on the planet. Like, it'd just be random. But that would be even more requirements, because it's having to generate all of these separate spots all over the map, and it has to basically generate the entire map, even when it's not being used, just so it knows where things are in correlation with the other ones. So I don't really see how they could ever refine the operating requirements to be acceptable for most people's computers. Like, yeah, you might be able to do it on state of the art, but how many people have a state of the art? Like, not very many. Only hardcore gamers really ever spend the $1,200 to $1,500 you need to get a pretty good gaming computer.
Well, I don't even know how they would do it either way, because if everybody's landing in the same area, that green patch.
Well, there's green patches all over the place, though. Like, we start on one, but if you keep traveling, you'll see even more of them out there.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if everybody lands on that one same green patch, everybody's going to be so close together. And then you're going to have people that have been playing for a while with somebody who just started, and they're just going to get wrecked.
Yeah, because I could mine the entrance. I could put an entire, area down that... Oh, crap, I got eaten again just as I found them. And then put, turrets down on top, and the moment you spawn, you just get hit by, like, a million weapons and die.
Right.
So that can't be it. They'd have to spawn you,
But
in
then
different areas on the map.
if you do the opposite of just spawn people randomly all over the place, they're going to be so far apart. You could have somebody that would have to drive 5 hours just to get to the other dude
Yeah, that's true. So
because it's an
maybe
infinite map.
they won't do multiplayer like that. Maybe they will do multiplayer as in, you get spawned in some kind of radius of where other people are, but not too close, but not too far. You know.
And maybe, but still, you get enough people, you're gonna be chaining farther and farther away from people, and then eventually they're still gonna have to do that 5 hour trek just to get the other guy.
Well, no, because if you keep
It's,
spawning people next to one another, when somebody dies or quits the game, somebody else gets to take that spot. So you never really get too far away, and everybody's in like a little tight bunch, but not too close that they can't survive. They could also do it another way, which would be to allow you to be the invader. Like on the games right now, if you're out there in the desert for too long, the invader spawns. And you
yeah,
could have
that
it where
would
that
actually
would be...
interesting.
Yeah, because then it would be PvP,
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be just like, let me build up a base. Like, the invader will only spawn when you're out in the desert. So unless you built up a base out there to protect yourself and run back to, you're going to have just enough, firepower as what you brought with you. And the invader, chances are, is going to be a little bit more ready because he had to probably click a little button and say, let me be an invader, and then sit there and wait for it. So he's ready to go. And you're going to have a hard, fight on your hands.
Uh-huh.
But I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here, guys. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Definitely helps grow the channel. We greatly appreciate it. Also, make sure to leave those comments down below. And we will catch you guys next time.